Oh shit, man! I hit that button like fuck.
Good job.
I swore.
Oh, fuck!
I didn't mean to. Mom, if you're watching, I
I'll get you, He-Man.
Whoa!
Hey, man!
It's another one.
Another one.
I can't believe we've made so many of these.
Yeah.
I can't
believe it's not butter.
I can't believe it's not. Wow, it's not butter.
Holy guacamole! It's.
I need some more 7-Up.
Butter.
You'd think it's butter.
But it's not!
It's not.
Butter substitutes.
I can't believe it's not butter. It's actually really good.
Can you believe it's not butter?
Dude,
I not believe.
I can sort of believe it's not butter.
Is it actually believable?
It's
Could you sue them for false advertisement if you believed it wasn't butter?
Maybe.
possible.
Although it's not saying you can't believe, it's saying I can't believe. So whoever made that design didn't believe it.
They didn't believe
it was butter.
Because they're an idiot.
That's the dumbest brand name of. That's one of the dumbest brand names of all time.
I can't believe it's not butter.
The dumbest.
It's one of the most popular or well known.
Yeah.
The dumbest brand name, I think, their like company name is probably Siemens.
Siemens.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
There's a steak company called No Name.
Yeah.
They don't have a name.
They're super meta about it. No Name.
Don't forget those like small strip mall stores that are called coffee and tobacco.
Barber.
Yeah.
Liquor.
They are the sole copyright owners of the word tobacco or liquor.
Yeah. They're if you see those stores, those are the original. Those are the original stores.
Those are the original liquor and tobacco stores.
Every other type of those stores needed to come with their own name. Come up with their own name.
What if you used like a word for a store or something you like nobody else could? There would be such like fucking weird combinations of like.
It'd be like online usernames or something.
Yeah.
You think so? That's what people thought with making usernames for like your Xbox or your.
Yeah, but now there's numbers after everything, so you think that
Yeah,
the
there's,
store
like,
names would have like Supermarket 65.
There's,
or
like,
something like
Supermarket
that.
_ 65.
There's, like,
XX Supermarket 65 XX 420.
There's like weird, there's weird like numbers and like X's and shit and everything now. It's all like.
Yeah.
So I played Rocket League with a guy named Niglet420.
Yeah.
Niglet 420.
He was the only guy with a mic and he was screaming at his teammate. It was pretty funny. He was pretty bad at Rocket League.
Sounds pretty standard.
Yeah. Hey, it's the Snastcast.
We already said that.
No, we didn't.
Dude, you're
you
fucking
just
late for
Snastcast.
the party.
you just said you're doing another one.
Well,
another
we're doing
one.
another one. Okay, that was. We're gonna race that short one as another one, and this is the next one.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who's here?
All right. End of the podcast,
Who's
guys.
here?
Say
All
goodbye,
right.
everybody.
Bye.
guys.
Bye.
That was it.
Bye.
See you later.
Okay.
Okay, we're back again.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey,
John's here.
It's the next episode. What episode are we
John's
on?
here.
I'm Jake.
Jake's here.
I'm Brad.
Special
Brad's
guest
here.
Bradley Cooper.
Special guest Brad, who's only appeared in like 3 other podcasts.
Yeah,
Except
actually,
this one.
Brad is the real Bradley Cooper. Believe it or not.
He's the real Brad.
How's it going, guys?
He's actually
How's it going?
he's actually my uncle, so that's how we could get him on the podcast.
Yeah. No, I'm. It's such an honor to be on this podcast.
And
that's fine, man.
Yeah. What was it like working with Jonah Hill in
Jonah
War
Hill.
Dogs, the critically acclaimed hit War Dogs?
I can't get enough of Jonah.
Didn't that movie get like shit on by critics or something?
It sucked. We all watched it.
What are
in
you
theaters.
talking
Wait,
about? I
you
thought
did?
it was pretty
Yeah.
When was this?
We saw it with the whole group. We saw it with Luke and Abdul,
Oh.
Takumi, and Zerg. And,
Oh yeah, I
didn't
think
see
I
it.
remember you guys talking about that. I was busy that day.
yeah, good. That movie sucked.
I thought it might have been okay seeing some of the trailers, but then all the reviews came and I'm like, nope,
Yeah.
not seeing that movie.
Yeah.
The only good part is the Iraq part where they're trying to smuggle. So the whole thing is they own a weapons dealing company and they operate it, and so they get these private contracts from military people to get them guns, because that's how that works apparently.
Yeah.
And apparently it did work like that in real life.
Yeah.
And so they wanted to. The army dude ordered Berettas from them, and Berettas are Italian, and Italy had a law against shipping guns out directly from Italy. So what they did was shipping to Pakistan or Iraq or whatever it was. So then what happened? Oh yeah. So then they found a loophole. They sent him over to Jordan first, and then they wanted to move him from Jordan to Iraq.
Yeah.
But no, they got grabbed in customs. So then they had to go out themselves and drive him illegally over to Iraq. And this is the best part of the movie. The rest of the movie sucks. So it tries to be a Wolf of Wall Street clone, and it just fails.
Yeah. I don't really like Jonah Hill.
He's okay.
I kind of the other guys. I don't know.
Miles Teller?
Yeah.
Miles Teller's a pretty good actor.
He's pretty good. Wasn't he in Fantastic Four though?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean the actor's bad.
Yeah. I remember liking him, but I can't remember anything he's been in.
Whiplash?
Yeah,
Whiplash was
There
the
you
big
go.
one.
Yeah, he was good in that.
It's a great movie.
That was a
I
really good
still
movie.
haven't seen that.
You gotta see it.
Jake, you are a drummer and you haven't seen Whiplash.
You haven't seen The Drummers, the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have.
You haven't seen J. Jonah Jameson screams and throws chairs at drummers, the movie.
It's a great movie.
That was a good, yeah. He's never been in a better role than J. Jonah Jameson though. He's the perfect actor for that
Yeah.
role.
It's pretty good as
For
Cave
just
Johnson.
Yeah.
Mean guy.
Yeah, he's a mean, stern
Yeah,
authority
he
figure.
was Cave Johnson. I remember that.
Watermelon or cherries?
I don't like
Cherries.
watermelon.
I don't like
What?
either.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're a fucking creep.
I don't like watermelon either.
I like watermelon.
Why do you guys
I mean-
not like watermelon?
I don't know. It just
I
doesn't
like
taste
them
good.
both.
Yeah, it just
It
tastes.
just tastes watery and
I don't like. It just tastes weird.
If
and I
there's
don't
no
like
water,
the
you'll be
texture and
all
stuff.
Maybe you
watermelon.
guys have just had like shit watermelon.
Maybe.
No,
I don't know.
I've had watermelon a lot. Every summer we get some watermelon. And I try it every
Well, you
summer.
probably get shit watermelon
Whatever.
every summer.
Okay.
It's supposed to be crisp, not grainy, dude.
I've never had it grainy.
Grainy
I've always had
that
it
sounds
crisp.
gross.
And it just tastes watery. And I hate watermelon flavored candy and stuff too.
Doesn't taste like real.
I
real
know,
watermelon.
but it's really good.
So what, John? Why don't you tell us about the great complex look at human society and our behaviors that we were watching today?
The in-depth, what do you call it?
Look at
A field study
yeah.
on culture and American culture contrasting with Japanese culture.
Yeah, dude.
It's very refined and it's a little film you might have heard of. It was kind of on the indie scene.
Yeah.
It's Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, dude.
It's a very refined and respectful look at American culture, specifically Texan culture, very authentic Texan culture, clashing with very authentic Japanese culture.
I learned some things. I learned that you can't have a car race unless there are copious amounts of girls there.
I learned
Girls have to be watching, dude.
I learned you can't form. Well, first of all, forming an actual relationship with a woman is impossible because women are objects.
Yeah.
First
no,
of all.
I learned that
Yeah.
women are just like cars. They have a bunch of tubes and shit, and they're objects.
Yeah, dude. You can
Yeah.
win women in car races. So if you get a fast enough car, you'll get all the girls you ever want.
Yeah, you can win the loosest whores around the school if you race to
You
John.
drive around your
Also,
women and wreck them.
If you drive your car through a
That's
house, you'll get deported to Japan and become a drift racer.
Yeah, you'll take your
Yep.
your fake Texan accent and you'll woo all the Japanese girls, but you're not going to choose any of them because you're going to go for the one white girl that's in your class.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because Japanese girls have
Because
so-
you can't-
she's
you
the
can't-
best. She's the best object.
You can't have a movie set in Japan without a bunch of white people there.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I mean,
Also-
who's gonna watch it?
Also, Japanese people talk in English to each other.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, they close
Authentic
friends just
Japanese.
fluent English all the time to their
Yeah.
friends.
Mm-hmm. That's a bad movie.
Also, if you go to school there, you'll instantly get a black friend, and he'll always wear his do-rag, even though they have a really strict school dress code.
They just let him wear a do-rag because
There's one thing that was there was one thing that was a little bit inaccurate about that film, and it was that none of the Japanese people receded in horror at the sight of a black person.
Oh, there's YouTube videos and stuff of black people visiting Japan, and there's not all Japanese people obviously, but there's Japanese people that will like recoil from them and freak out.
Japanese people are actively afraid of black people.
Yeah.
That's given.
Is it still racist if you're afraid of them? Because wouldn't that imply
Yeah.
you'd think their race is above yours?
Well, I don't know. Like Chinese people are afraid of
Yeah.
like ceiling fans or something. Or I don't know.
They're
if it's
afraid of
China.
lots of things.
It's like
ceiling. Oh yeah, they're afraid to leave fans on while they sleep because
Yeah,
they'll
that's
suck
like
their
a
soul
lot
out of
of
their body.
places. In Asia, a lot of places in East.
Let's go buy a bunch of do-rags. A bunch
Yeah,
of
dude.
dirty do-rags.
we're gonna rebrand ourselves as the Do-Rag
Alright,
Cast.
The do-rag crew.
I think we should just treat women like objects.
I'm
I
I'm
agree.
looking
I
on
mean-
Tumblr.
Tokyo Drift really showed me a lot about how to deal with women.
Yeah.
Like, they're not going to respect you unless you beat up the stronger alpha male
Well,
and you race the fastest car.
and women want you to fight over them. Like
Yeah.
they want to be a prize to be won.
Yeah, they're a product. They're,
They're-
mass
they're a
manufactured.
Do you want to know
They-
the final answer, the final destination on do-rags? Right here. Are they
Yes.
racist?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to hear.
The question, is do-rag a racist term? The answer. This isn't 2004. Don't talk to me about do-rags. What next are you going to ask me what I think about FUBU?
What?
What?
Can you read that again, but in better English?
This isn't 2004. Don't talk to me about do-rags. What next are you going to ask me what I think about FUBU?
Give me this.
What?
That's the definite answer.
I don't understand.
Here's the question. Here's the question. Is do-rag a racist term? This isn't 2004. Don't talk to me about do-rags. What next are you going to ask me? What I think about FUBU?
Yeah.
What's a FUBU?
I have no idea. Okay, now let's look up what's a FUBU.
What's a FUBU?
the FUBU?
What the FUBU?
What's a FUBU, guys?
Alright, answering. Alright, time's up.
Time's up. What?
Oh, by the way,
FUBU is an American clothing and hip-hop apparel company.
Oh.
Oh, isn't it run by that black guy on Shark Tank or something?
I think it might be. What's his name?
Let's find out.
That's the one thing I remember from like that intro is that some guy ran this clothing company called like Fubar or Fubu or something. But Fubar is fucked up beyond all recognition, isn't it, or something?
Yeah.
Okay. 'Cause I heard somebody.
operation is FUBAR.
I heard somebody in 28 Weeks Later say this is totally Fubar, and I thought it was really out of place and like forced and awkward, and I don't know.
This situation is totally FUBAR.
It sounds like it's forced everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, no matter what you say.
It's just not a natural thing to say. Like I don't go around saying this is Fubar. Like I say this
Fubar.
is like fucked or like you
This
botched it,
operation is FUBAR.
or
This
you
is
botched
out
it
of
royal
whack.
or something like that.
Or like out of
I like
whack.
FUBAR though.
I like saying
FUBAR.
out of
Let's
whack.
bring
it
FUBAR back.
Let's bring it back.
Oh,
What other term should we be bringing back, John?
Punch Monkey.
Bring FUBAR back.
Foxy.
Foxy.
Foxy lady.
We should.
Is that a Van Halen song, Brad?
You don't know your Jimi Hendrix from your Van Halen.
Yeah.
What the hell?
What is wrong with
Oh, I'm
You
sorry.
wouldn't know a Jimi Hendrix from a Van Halen from a
I'm sorry, I'm not
Johnny
caught up.
Dave. What's that?
I'm
what's that
sorry,
guy's
I'm not
name?
caught up on Dad Rock, Brad.
What's Dio's name? What's Dio's name?
Dio? Ronnie James.
Ronnie
Dio.
James Dio.
I think we should start bringing back, like, just
Dead
calling the TV the box.
The box. Let's look at what's on the box.
Yeah.
Nobody does it. Nobody watches TV anymore.
I
Yeah.
know, that's.
No, yeah.
Well, what do we call the box now? Just Netflix? Do we call Netflix the box?
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Do we call.
Just call Netflix the box.
Do we call, just like.
Call it the stream machine.
How many people use
It's
Hulu?
the dream
People use
machine.
Hulu here, right?
Nobody uses Hulu.
Just people. Yeah, do people. Wait, is Hulu still around?
Yes,
is Hulu
Hulu
still.
is
I watched
it
stuff
is.
on Hulu in like middle school, like on the free trial.
I think they had like one good exclusive show.
They had South Park for a while, but
Oh,
you
yeah.
can stream most of South Park for free on their
Yeah,
website.
you can on the official website.
Yeah.
What about, like, can we call HBO the box?
It is the home box office.
Yeah.
That is.
So we can just call it, okay, new term for HBO is the box.
So let's check out that vid on the box.
Yeah, let's check out that vid on the box.
Let's go watch Band of Brothers on the box. Or
Yeah.
Abandoned Brothers.
I think
Abandoned Brothers.
it's a
Rubber
lot
Band
catchier.
Brothers.
Instead of saying HBO, you say the box.
I think
That
Band,
sounds cool.
I think Band of Brothers ruined World War II movies for me. Like I can't get invested in somebody in 2 hours. Like in a World War II movie.
Have you
So
seen Saving Private Ryan?
I have, and it's pretty good, but like, I don't know. It just feels a lot like more. I don't know. They can just do so much more in a 10-hour series.
Have you seen Saving Ryan's Privates?
Saving Ryan's Privates.
Have you seen Shaving Ryan's Privates? when Tom Hanks shaved off all of Matt Damon's pubes in real life and it wasn't part of the movie and They got,
And he ate them.
and it was on Live Leak.
It was on
Oh,
livejasmine.com.
speaking of leaks, did you hear Leslie Jones' phone got hacked?
Yeah, and somebody posted like a Harambe video on her website and stuff.
Yeah, and apparently they found nudes on her phone too.
Jesus.
Nice.
I don't know.
I mean, that's really mean.
Not to be mean or insensitive, but I don't know if I want to even look at that.
Yeah, no,
I'm not interested.
I'm sorry.
But that's pretty mean.
We can look
Yeah.
them up right now.
It's all because she's
First reaction.
It's just because of Ghostbusters. Like
Yeah.
Ghostbusters caused all of this.
They shouldn't have made.
They shouldn't have made Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
Well, they're not making a sequel now, which is good. I didn't.
Thank
I
God.
haven't even seen Ghostbusters.
Well-
I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna watch it.
Me neither.
It's probably not as bad as Tokyo Drift.
I don't know, dude.
We'll see. That is
Yeah.
yet to be seen. We watched the first 50 minutes of Tokyo Drift.
The thing about Tokyo Drift is it's actually trying to be like its own kind of action style movie. There's not really a lot of movies like Fast and the Furious out there. I mean, it's just a dumb like masculinity
Yeah.
thrill ride.
It's got Vin Diesel in it, so it's gonna be
It's
stupid
pretty
and
gross,
overly masculine.
Yeah, but they do their action scenes really well.
Yeah, I mean the new.
And that's what you need from
the
it.
newer ones. They've gone up in quality to some degree, but I mean they're still very much just like fast cars, family,
it's just-
men, muscles.
It's just for people who
Guns.
think the only way they can prove they're a man is if they spend their life savings
On
on cars.
Yeah,
I know a few people like that.
I could never do that.
So do I.
I'll buy a nice car, but I'm never gonna put any extra into it unless I need to. It's a car. I don't care. I'm gonna drive it to work and then it's gonna sit in
That's
my
how I
garage
see
all day.
cars.
But how-
Why do people obsess over cars? I guess it's a status symbol.
I think it is a
It's
status.
a
a
mostly
status thing.
based.
Definitely a status.
It's like a status thing,
Well,
and like driving fast is like
it's
is like a rebellious thing.
It's a symbol of independence and freedom and all that gay shit.
Well, so is paying your bills.
Dude, fuck the jocks. Fuck the jocks. Nerd uprising. Nerd uprising. Let's murder all the school bullies.
Did you see that? There was a video. It was like the real purpose of Pokemon Go, and it was like all these people playing Pokemon Go and getting super buff, and then the creator came in and he like recruited them all for an uprising. And they were so strong that the police couldn't stop them now.
The fuck? What?
It was some weird
What's up,
it was
Wade?
some weird like flash
Oh.
video or something.
Oh, I
I've
saw.
never.
Yeah, it was
No,
like
don't you realize?
all the nerds are too strong. We can't stop them.
Don't you realize Pokemon Go is just the
It's a-
government controlling our
The
youth?
government's spying.
Yeah,
on
they're
you.
spying. on us.
They're tracking your
Dude,
location.
Infowars has all the information you need.
Just talk to
You know what
Alex
I
Jones
love?
about it.
Yeah,
You know what I just love people like basing off these huge conspiracies and stuff off of stuff they've put like literally no research into.
Yeah, we've talked about our friend from our computer programming class who every day was on Infowars.
Like
Infowars.
recently I saw like this video of someone trying to disprove fossils.
Oh, I saw that. It was,
Yeah, I
like,
saw that.
it was
And it
like
was-
this Christian lady trying to prove that fossils are fake
Yeah.
and that
And she
dinosaurs
uses-
never existed.
She uses like pseudo like reasoning, like kind of
Yeah.
half logic.
She
Yeah,
basically
she's
just
like-
dumps a bunch of rocks on a table and says, "Okay, turn this into a bone."
No, I think a good
And it's
quote-
like I couldn't turn that into a bone though.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
a good quote from that. She was like, she dumped a bunch of rocks on the table and was like, okay, so you're a paleontologist and you have to find something to show your boss so you can keep your job. So pick away at these rocks with your hammers and make it look
But
like
that's
a bone.
not what paleontology is either. You
It's
don't
like,
get.
what the fuck?
It's not like commissions.
And it's
You
not-
don't get commissioned for each fucking
finding
fossil
fossils.
you
Yeah,
found.
you just get paid by the hour or something.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
You
it's just-
get paid for your research.
You get grants and stuff for just
like
research. and-
science is like if you don't
It's-
get
yeah.
something that's still
It's not like-
useful.
It's not like, I gotta find a T-Rex skull or I'm not gonna have my job anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
It's
not
not
just
like,
money.
oh my
It's
god,
useful.
I have a quota. I have to find 15 ammonites this week alone.
But guys, the Earth is only 6,000 years old.
Oh well, that's true.
Yeah.
I mean that's
You know?
that's irrefutable evidence
Yeah,
right
yes.
there. The Earth is only
Christians aren't
6,000
that
years
fucking
old.
dumb. Okay.
She says she
That's
she
the
like
extreme
really
video, okay.
oversimplifies things.
Well,
She's like
the
well,
fucking-
bones Like, fossils aren't actually bones, they're just rocks.
They're just rocks that
So-
replace the form of a bone.
I mean,
It's like,
What?
some of that is true.
It,
Like,
they're
it's
partly
not
rocks.
rocks,
Yeah,
it's
it-
minerals that's replacing it.
Yeah,
And mineral is different than the surrounding rock, which is
But you-
limestone. It's not limestone replacing it. It's like
it's still
different minerals.
it's still definitely like an organic. It's still evidence of an organic
Yeah.
organism there.
No, it's all a conspiracy by the paleontologists so they can keep their jobs.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's just like how climate scientists are just they just want to keep their jobs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude,
they're
'cause
lying to you
they
so
gotta-
they can keep their jobs.
They named the Bronchiosaurus before it was even real. They called it a That's what.
Yeah, that she said. She said
that.
they named the Brachiosaurus and came up with a design of it before they found any fossils of it. That's what she
Yeah.
said.
Oh.
That's basically what she's like. Why do people do this?
I mean, the Pope
What do you
said
think?
recently that Christians should believe in evolution. Like he
Yeah.
actually,
Yeah.
like
I mean, why can't both exist? Why can't there be God and evolution?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I don't
what if-
understand like why they think those things like
Yeah.
disprove each
Well,
other when they
Yeah.
don't.
I know.
couldn't it
That's what I'm
be
saying.
couldn't it be that God started evolution? Like
The thing is like they want to make it like so stress so hard that every little thing in the Bible is 100% literal and true, and
Yeah.
if it's not, then it's all disproven.
yeah, it's like
Which,
no.
It's not like that.
like that's not what science is. That's not what anything is. Nothing has to be 100%
Yeah,
true to
We just gotta. Like you know what we gotta do
be relevant.
on all of our cars. We just gotta get coexist bumper stickers.
Yeah.
yeah, dude.
Yeah,
and then
pretty
people
much.
will understand.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
people-
cover my car in coexist bumpers.
Just
completely
turn your car in. Just cover the windshield and coat with bumper stickers.
cover the windshield except for one little like
One little square.
Yeah,
2 squares for my eyes.
Yeah, dude.
sir, you can't drive around like this. What? We can't coexist.
We can't.
We can't
I
have
say
more
we
than
can't
one
have
religion?
our
Pressing.
Stop triggering
First
me.
Amendment! First Amendment! People are dumb. That's all there is
No,
to
okay,
it.
here's how you get out of a
Mayonnaise
ticket.
is a joke.
No, if you're ever pulled over, here's how you get out of a ticket. Foolproof. All you say is, sir, I am a free citizen, and I am not driving this vehicle, I am transporting this vehicle.
It's like going
So
into
this is
a
a planet
fucking
Earth?
Target and smoking crack.
Yeah.
And being like, sorry,
You
free
should-
country, I can do what I want.
What you should actually do is tell him you're speeding because you have to poop really bad and you're gonna shit your pants right here if he doesn't let you go.
That might work, actually. But,
That's what
Oh.
I said about doing.
no, just claim you're a free citizen. Being a free citizen means that you live in the country and the state, but you're not held by any of its laws because you don't declare yourself as a citizen. Because that's how the government works.
That's how it works.
You can just say you don't live there and you won't be arrested.
Yeah, dude. Am I being detained?
Deport
Am I
me
being
to
detained?
Japan! Deport me to Japan!
Deport me to Japan.
I want a cutesy white girlfriend amidst all of the Japanese people, and everybody's. That's important to the story. Speaks a perfect English.
That's
And
how
there
you
we
can
go.
tell that they're relevant characters. They speak English.
Yeah, relevant characters don't speak other languages. What? What?
What?
Nobody wants to hear some freaking commie speech.
No one wants to hear some commie babble.
What is
Yeah.
this weeaboo
What is
bullshit?
What
Yeah.
is this fucking gibberish? This ching chong
Like-
wing wong
like, what do you-
gibber?
Like, I went to Japan one time, and this dude was on the train, and he was like, "Yo, doesn't it? I'm like, what the fuck?
What are you
What is
saying?
your fucking anime speak,
You
dude?
insensitive.
What are you? Are you an otaku? Otaku?
Are you
Do you
an
sleep with
otaku?
your body pillow? Like what?
Are you an Utah?
You just
Are
get
you a
taco?
You're like you'd probably be like a foot over this guy's head and just screaming at him.
What do you do?
Cowering in
It's just-
fear.
It's just a nice old man. What
He's
you berating him?
He was like offering you like a piece of like bread or something. It's like screaming
What are
at
you, a
him.
fucking otaku?
I'm so glad.
It's like, sir, I wanted to share my meal with you.
Oh, now you speak American. Thanks.
Would you like a glass of tea, sir? Fuck you!
Just go to Japan and just be really angry.
White people don't have culture. Sorry, honey.
Plays corn.
Excuse me, sweetie.
Plays corn.
Excuse me. Sweetie.
Oh yeah, another within you can always tell a movie is good is within the first 10 minutes they play a Kid Rock song in its
Oh.
entirety.
Yeah, they play
From
the whole
start
song.
to finish, they played a Kid Rock song.
How does that?
Bum, 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 bang, bang, diggy,
Yeah,
diggy.
that's how it goes.
Chicken, bang, the bum, bop, the boogie. It's Kid Rock!
They just stole that from a Sugar Hill Gang song.
Did they?
Yeah.
What's the Sugar Hill Gang song?
Rapper's Delight.
It's hip
Everyone
hop.
knows. Hip to the hip to the hip
Oh, really?
hip hop. You don't stop or rock to the bang bang boogie. Say up jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogity beat.
Wasn't that song in that one Kangaroo movie?
Yeah,
Kangaroo
Kangaroo Jack.
Yeah.
Damn, I forgot about that.
I forgot about that nightmare of a movie.
Kangaroo Jack's great.
I saw that movie and was when did that movie come out? We must have been like
Like 2004?
we must have
Oh,
been
really?
like
90s?
I thought it was like late.
No, it had to be early
It was
2000s.
2000.
Because
Alright,
I remember seeing like I was watching like a SpongeBob VHS tape or something, and it had like advertisements for like Free Willy and like Kangaroo Jacks.
SpongeBob started in 98. And that was like the very
Jesus
first.
Christ. I
Yeah.
guess. That's the same year that Ocarina of Time came out.
Really?
Yeah.
I wish I was a '90s kid.
Only 90s kids will remember. Only 90s kids have nostalgia, honestly.
Yeah.
Only 90s kids.
90s kids remember the 90s way too fondly for not remembering anything from the 90s.
Yeah. Man, the 90s were great. Yeah, what was your favorite part?
Nirvana and
Columbine.
Columbine.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I remember Columbine.
I remember like Quake and like Columbine.
Dude, Columbine.
That's great. Yeah. Sweet,
Those
dude.
are like my two favorite things, dude. John, didn't you say you played that Super Columbine RPG game one time?
Yeah.
How was it?
How
It
was it?
sucked. It was a bad game. If it was a good game, I would play it. But it's a bad game. I also played the
Hatred or whatever?
no, I didn't play that. I played I can't remember what the name of it was, but you reenact JFK's assassination.
Oh yeah.
And you have to shoot him at just the right angle at just the right time.
Do you get scored on how similar it is?
Yeah, I think you do it. I can't remember.
I remember Postal 2 was on sale on Steam like a month ago.
Yeah.
Postal 2 is great.
How does
I
this
have
game
Postal
still
2.
exist?
It's
Ugh.
it's like so bad.
Remember when every single news organization in the world flipped out about Manhunt 2 coming out?
Yeah.
Especially in
And
Australia,
Manhunt-
they completely banned it there.
Yeah.
Manhunt 2 isn't even...
It's not
Australia
bad.
banned
It's
a
kind of
bunch
a bad game,
It's
honestly.
I mean, it's violent, but it's nowhere near like the most violent thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, they pumped it up as like, you're killing old ladies with a hammer and burning their bodies, and it's like, no, you're just a crazy guy breaking out of an asylum.
Yeah.
I mean, you can kill innocent people in it, but that's what Grand
You
Theft
can
Auto
kill
is.
innocent people in like fucking Spider-Man games.
Yeah, you grab him by the throat and swing up to the top of a building, and then you just drop him.
I remember I went out of my way to kill as many people
Yeah.
as I could in Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2 is a great game.
That game is amazing.
I mean,
I really hope the new Insomniac Spider-Man game is good because Spider-Man needs a good video game.
Yeah.
Have you guys played
Spider-Man
Spider-Man
works
2
really
Enter
well.
Electro on the PlayStation?
No,
That's such a fun game.
but
What was it?
Spider-Man 2 Enter Electro.
Oh.
Spider-Man 2
That was my
is
childhood.
pretty much just held up by the swinging mechanics. I mean, the swinging mechanics. All the new Spider-Man game
Well,
has
the
to do
fight,
really.
like even the combo was kind of fun because it had
Yeah.
cool like combos and shit.
Yeah, but
All they
and,
had
like-
to do is have good swinging.
dude, swinging around was so.
There
fun
were
in that
just
game.
there was just fun missions too. Like I remember the stadium mission with like the big obstacle course where that guy's
Oh, yeah.
shooting at you with a laser and shit. That was cool. I remember that. That was a fun mission.
All the new Spider-Man game really needs to do is like enjoyable combat and fun swinging.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the
And
very
like,
minimum.
like
Good
an
swing,
like
good
a good like New York to swing around. That's
Yeah.
like interesting. Like Spider-Man 2, the New York was like it didn't have very much to do in it besides just collect shit and swing around, but it was fun
And
because
look out for the kids who lost their balloons.
Yeah, I lost my balloon.
Yeah, and then you take their balloon and
You run away.
just run
with
away with it.
Yeah. Or the guys who were like falling off buildings. I used to just stand in the crowd and watch him fall.
Oh yeah.
I remember there was one mission where you had to get these guys to a boat, where you had to like get these guys off of boats, and you had to literally like sprint and jump.
Oh,
and it
yeah.
was super hard because there was
remember
no buildings to swing on nearby. Yeah. And if you dropped the guy, he just disappeared. Like you just dropped him in the water and let him drown.
Oh.
Or the Mysterio boss fight where he's in a convenience store and you punch him one time and he just dies.
Oh. I remember that.
Well, yeah, he's like in a convenience store.
I didn't play through the whole game. I don't think actually.
They like hype up this boss fight and it shows like the boss health bar at the bottom and it grows like 3 times. like 3 different health bars grow, and you run up and punch him once, and they all go away, and his helmet shatters, and he falls over.
How do you think Paul Giamatti feels about the end of Amazing Spider-Man 2 when he's the Rhino, and they're hyping up like, this is gonna be the next sequel? You don't remember that? Did you see Amazing Spider-Man 2?
I didn't even see it. I saw that Rhino sequence, but
it's like less than average.
yeah.
But
I actually liked Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man, but I mean they just did a bad job with that series.
yeah, honestly, I think the original two Spider-Man movies.
I never liked
Are
Tobey
the best.
Maguire, but those were good. Those were good movies.
Well, it was just. I mean, I'm fine with movies taking their liberties when adapting stuff. I mean, whatever works for the screen, as long. I would much rather have a good movie that's
Than
like
a perfect.
different than like trying to really adapt it perfectly.
Yeah, that makes sense. I just felt really like off put by his performance, but I mean overall the movies were pretty good, and I mean they launched the superhero genre into what it is today, which is cool.
And I still think the best comic book adaptation is Watchmen.
Yeah,
It has
I mean
little problems in it, but overall it's a really good movie.
yeah, I mean Zack Snyder is just kind of he kind of goes overboard with some of his like visuals and themes sometimes, but like overall it was a pretty faithful adaptation.
I don't think I've ever watched Watchmen.
Overwatchmen.
It's Overwatch, but with Watchmen characters.
Watchmen skins.
Everybody plays
Overwatch
Dr.
skins.
Manhattan.
There's a YouTube channel that's analyzes movies.
Yeah.
Every
pretty
picture.
good channel, but a
Every
little
frame
pretentious.
18.
No, it's a Nerd Writer 1. He's a little pretentious, but he has good critiques. And he talked about Zack Snyder, and he says it seems like Zack Snyder is too focused with creating like moments. You know, there's moments in a movie where you like remember it, and it seems really significant. He's too focused on trying to create those moments, so every scene seems like a way to just get another big moment.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like his main thing. But I think Watchmen is his best movie,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah, it's pretty. I enjoyed it.
300 is second.
Although Watchmen has one of the worst sex scenes of all time in it.
I don't know if it's bad.
It's
Worst
I wouldn't call it bad.
I think the music in it just destroys that scene.
I didn't
It's
think it was bad.
it's the really like weird, creepy version of that.
heard
There was secret God. Whatever. That song's about orgasms, by the way.
That's pretty
That
fitting.
song's about orgasms.
Hallelujah?
Yeah,
really?
yeah.
Hallelujah.
How do you know that?
Hallelujah.
Just look up the lyrics.
Does it?
I'll read the lyrics to you.
Okay,
Can you tell?
Wasn't that in Shrek too?
Yeah.
we're reading.
No,
we're
it's in
reading,
the first Shrek.
Oh,
it's
it's
in
in
the
the
only.
first
It's in the.
Shrek.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's look at the lyrics. Let's look at the lyrics. I heard there was a secret chord. I wanna come in this fucking pussy. Oh yeah, I'm fucking spewing my load.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. No, I didn't think that was bad. I just thought it was weird. I didn't think that sex scene was bad.
I want
didn't
a
really-
movie to have like a really just like gross sex scene.
Yeah, just like I want a movie to be totally serious. Okay, like not a serious movie. Okay, so this is what I mean.
Realistic.
Serious about being a movie. You know, where it
Yeah.
actually has a story and stuff. But when it gets to the sex scene, it's actually just like porn. That's it.
So
It's like a porn scene. It shows graphic. There is a movie that has done something like that.
What
can't
I
remember
want to
what it's
see,
called.
I would
There
just
are
want to
movies-
see like
Jeez.
really just gross, just like snot running down
like
people's
gross.
faces.
like scat and,
You should
and
make-
like
they should
No,
make
not
golden
like that.
showers.
Somebody
It's
should
just
make-
like normal. It's normal sex, but the people just like look disgusting. And
So-
it's like snot. They're like drooling and
That would
like
that would be
shit.
great in just some like stupid like Tokyo Gore Police style B horror movie or something.
Yeah.
Just like the worst sex scene
But
you've
there
ever
was-
seen.
There
They're
was
like
I
they're
remember-
like
I remember-
crying and shit.
Dude,
and
have
they're
you,
like,
you've seen Team America, right?
no, I haven't.
Yeah.
But I know
They
what
have a
you're
sex
talking
scene.
The
about.
sex scene in that where it goes on forever and they're just like shitting on each other and like peeing and stuff.
there was
We watched that one time.
There was
Yeah.
a movie. There was a movie by I can't remember what the fucking director was, but he's like one of He's a really artsy one.
Yeah.
I think his last name is like Tartakovsky or something like that.
Oh yeah.
But no, that's not it. It's something else. Anyway, it has Willem Dafoe in it,
Dafoe!
and within the first few minutes, it shows full on close up vaginal penetration.
Nice.
It's a shower sex
That's
scene.
my kind of movie.
And at the same time, their kid is falling out a 2-story window. and he-
Oh,
and he
I know
dies.
that movie.
I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, he parodied that scene in a later movie, in one of his own movies.
You told me about that.
Oh, it was the guy who did Nymphomaniac.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
that guy who's made like 2 good movies and then fucked his career in the butt.
From what I've heard, he just seems he's not about being successful with movie making. He's definitely an artist first.
Yeah,
So
Nymphomaniac is bad. It's a bad movie.
I haven't seen it.
It's really bad. Yeah, he like basically parodies his own like best movie scene in that movie. He just kind of ruins it.
I almost watched that movie that I was talking about with my parents.
What movie?
The movie where it shows Willem Dafoe fucking a girl.
Oh, awesome.
Willem Dafoe.
Willem. It was perfect for him to play a villain because his name actually made sense. He's Dafoe.
Dafoe.
He is Defoe.
He is the foe.
He's the
He is
foe.
a foe.
I am Defoe.
Will I am Dafoe.
So going back to that song, most of it is pretty subtle, but there's one verse that it's completely obvious that it's about
Say it again.
orgasms.
What does it say?
So it's there was a time that you let me know what's really going on below, but now you never show it to me, do you?
Oh.
I remember when I moved in you, the holy dove was moving too, and every breath we drew was hallelujah.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, John, literally.
It's
fuck.
And if you go back and look through the lyrics of the rest of the song, it's all sex and orgasm.
How many people have sung that around a campfire?
Yeah, or like I saw people singing it at like cancer like charity events and stuff.
What the fuck?
Usually they skip that verse though,
Okay.
because there's like 8 verses that you can interchange or whatever. There's a ton of verses in that song, and they usually pick like 2 or 3 of the most popular ones or whatever, certain ones, and do those most often. But yeah, it's about orgasms. I told that there was somebody at our high school who was telling me about like she really liked that song. I said it's about orgasms, you know. And she's like,
I really like
fuck
orgasms
no, it's not.
too.
It's not. And I
She
was
should
like,
just came back with, yeah, I love orgasms.
yeah, no.
Yeah,
She
no,
looked
who
at me with
doesn't?
like looked at me with like this really disgusting face, and she's like, no, it's not.
Was
And
she
I was like,
really
no,
Christian?
like look, here's the lyrics. Like I'll show you the look at this verse and tell me it's not about orgasms. She's like, oh shit, it's about orgasms.
And they're like, hey baby, I can show you exactly what they're talking about in this song.
Yeah.
Let's just go in the back here and I'll show you.
Let's go into the broom closet.
And then while you're in there, you just pull up your phone and just like, yeah.
So,
here's
so
the
now that you
lyrics.
think about that
Yeah.
Watchmen scene, it's pretty fucking on the nose, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's even better then.
It improves the scene.
That's
The more you know.
if you think it's weird that they had sex in the flying thing,
I
it
just
happens in the comics too.
Well, I don't think it's weird. I just think that that's a really just kind of off-putting scene. Like it's really just weird.
I don't know. I don't have an issue with it. So
Yeah.
agree to disagree, my friend.
Okay. It's like a 3.5 hour movie, so it's fine.
Oh my god, you should watch the ultimate cut.
Yeah.
It's literally 4 hours long.
Yeah.
I need to watch it then.
No, but it's actually
Tomorrow.
really cool. Okay,
I know.
comics-
I want to see it because the what's it called?
the black ship.
The black ship.
Yeah, they have animatics of that.
Yeah.
Just like they did in the comics.
Mhm.
Because the one kid was reading it and they would just pull up panels
Yeah.
at some points. I actually like reading the comics better than the movie.
Yeah, the comics are really good.
Yeah, it's probably the best comic I've ever read.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely one of the best ever written.
And if you go to read it, you have to read the little supplemental stuff at the end too,
Mhm.
because it actually does add a lot. They do Hollis Mason's memoir about the original Watchmen in the first 2, and then they do like news article clippings that like enhance the world, and they do like one of them was Adrian Veidt talking with his marketing team about his action figures,
yeah,
and it was interesting.
there's John's not very happy, or you weren't very happy about this when I told you, and I'm gonna spoil some comics here. Some of the later Justice League and like Batman Rebirth comics and stuff, if you're at all interested.
Like New 52 stuff.
Yeah. The Watchmen are like part of the New 52 universe now.
Yeah,
So-
apparently Dr. Manhattan created the universe or
Yeah,
something.
it's okay. I'm not gonna explain it because it's really, really fucking complicated, and I know I'm gonna screw something up because I don't remember all this perfectly.
You'll
But
get flamed by the internet nerds.
yeah, but basically, there's a theory right now that, well, so it's confirmed right now that there are 3 Jokers. because Batman sat in the movie's chair and found out there's 3 Jokers.
And I'm fine with that.
That's interesting and it's fine. And then immediately after that, he finds the comedian pin in the Batcave. He finds the comedian's pin like buried in the wall in the Batcave. Yeah. And so now there's a thing that everybody thinks that the comedian is one of the Jokers.
I mean, it would make sense thematically.
Yeah.
But I don't like.
It'd be interesting. I mean,
I don't like mixing the Watchmen characters into general Justice League stuff because it takes place in a different.
But
world.
But also, there's so many parallel universes. I don't.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, they could easily.
You can do anything in comics.
Yeah.
Especially
you can do anything.
52 shit.
Yeah, but they're kind of setting up Dr. Manhattan as the antagonist. It seems like for the Justice League at this point. So really broad basic overview is that Dr. Manhattan basically erased part of like a couple of years of time in the DC universe to basically like make all the superhero like make the DC universe like worse and make it like sad and like kind of ruin it, I guess. It's really there's a lot more to it and I'm probably misinterpreting parts of it, but that's the basic kind of idea right now and that's how the New 52 started.
They should just leave Watchmen alone. I mean,
it's good where it was.
Yeah. I'm interested to see where it goes. Like they might have some cool kind of stuff with it because they've already showed they've already have Dr. Manhattan and Adrian like talking in one of the comics.
It's kind of like one of those things where it's like I wish there was more of it, but there can't be because it's just like it's good. It's so good that if you try to like replicate how good it was, it's not gonna work out. Like it can work out and be pretty cool.
Comic books are cool, guys.
DC
milkshakes.
DC Comics and chocolate milkshakes. Some things will always be great.
Yep. I don't know if DC Comics are always great, but
they have some rough points. But
even though I'm 28.
You're 28.
Yeah. You're old, dude.
Oh, jeez.
I thought you were like 46.
Well, you know, I use
It's
anti-lotion.
It's all that method.
I just noticed Jake continues to be a symbol of like anti-corporate.
Yeah. He never wears any logos on anything.
He never wears any logos or any like images on any of his clothing. It's all like abstract print and like he wears this tan hat that has nothing on it.
I like that stuff though.
Yeah. I can't imagine you wearing anything else. Like I think
I'd rather not imagine you wearing anything else.
Everyone else Everyone else is wearing some sort of like image or logo on their t-shirt right now. So
at my work at Michael's, I saw these socks. They're kitty cat socks. They go above your knees.
So they're leggings.
Yeah, they're leggings.
They're
thigh highs. Buying them and just like wearing them around. Just wearing them around the house and shit.
I could see you doing that. You're weird.
I just want to wear like boxers and those kitty cat leggings.
You're a weird one there. Why are there Jake and Finn from Adventure Time on your speakers?
Cause my brother put them on there.
Oh, okay.
And why not?
Would you guys rather go to Miami Beach or Taiwan?
Probably not Miami right now because you'll get Zika and die.
Taiwan.
All your babies will die.
Taiwan is actually pretty cool.
Okay, would you rather go to Kansas City or
Kansas City, Kansas, or Kansas City, Missouri?
You can pick. Either one of those.
Whatever one you want, it doesn't matter.
Either one of those or Oakland, wherever that is.
It's in California.
Okay.
You have to go. While you're there, you have to go to a Raiders game.
Yep.
I don't know.
I go to Oakland. That's California. I didn't know where Oakland was.
I'm like the Raiders are just so dirty.
Like if I went to Kansas City, I could.
I'd rather go somewhere new.
Would you rather go?
I'd rather go to a new planet.
Like I could visit.
Like Kansas City.
Somewhere new.
Easily if I went to Kansas.
Oh yeah, Robbie moved for school.
Where's he going?
He's going to Kansas. University of Kansas.
Oh yeah.
It's around like 20 miles away from
here,
Kansas City.
From Minnesota, yeah.
No, from Kansas City.
The United States takes about 5 minutes to drive across.
Yeah, well, I do it every day.
Yep.
That's what. Imagine living in a country where it takes literally like a day to drive across the whole country, like less than a day.
Like Vatican City. It's the
Not,
smallest.
not,
It takes
even,
like 5
not,
minutes.
not even that. Not even
You can
that.
like bike across
imagine,
that and
like if you lived in like a really really small like I can't even think
Like
of
fucking Switzerland or something?
yeah, where you could like drive across the entire country in like 2 hours.
Switzerland is like smaller than a lot of our states.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's just crazy to me. Like your entire country is just
No.
tiny.
Europe is the US, except they have less of a centralized government.
like
Their countries are pretty much states.
Yeah,
Is
I mean,
it-
yeah, you can pretty much drive. You can just drive across borders without passports and stuff a lot of times.
there's
Except for England now is like fuck you guys. I want to be
I'll
my
live
own
in the
thing.
EU.
I want to be my own thing.
I'm not gonna do the dishes. I'm gonna run away and move to my own place.
Yeah.
And then it tried to come crawling back. It's like, please, can I come back home?
Please help.
I'm like, I'm sorry.
Me and Scotland are going to our own thing, and Scotland's like, help me! Let me go!
how
I'm
many
being kidnapped!
I'm being trained to hell.
how many people like even live in like Iceland? Like
I don't know.
it's
If I had to-
probably
I'd say
about
50,000.
as much
Yeah, I'd
people
go
that
50,000.
live in this state. Like it's
Less.
Yeah.
probably less.
Yeah.
Probably as much people that live in like
Let's
this
move to
city-
Greenland. you
in this
guys.
metro area.
Was it actually true that Greenland is named Greenland and Iceland is named Iceland on purpose? Because one's green and one's icy, but
I
Greenland's
that-
icy,
Iceland-
Iceland's
that's
green.
what I always heard was the guy who like first discovered the places named Greenland to like trick people into thinking it was all green and nice,
Yeah.
and Iceland to trick people into thinking it was all cold and icy.
But I don't
And it
know
was
if
like
I
the
believe
opposite.
that.
Yeah, I don't know if it's true or not. I heard that.
Wasn't it
long
like a
time ago.
Viking or something? Vikings.
I
did
thought it
that?
was like a European guy or something. I don't know.
Iceland is
I don't-
kind of cool. Bjork is the only.
You're gonna name an entire
York is
country
something
just
like-
like for a trick?
Just to troll with people.
Yeah.
It was the first meme, John. It was the first memester.
I don't
Kilroy
believe
was
it.
the first name.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if that's true or not.
I think it was just a coincidence.
Internet.
honestly.
Podcast viewers, tell us if it's true or not.
Please.
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 We won't sleep until you tell us.
I have to pee really bad though.
I went about
You
4
can't
days.
go to the
without-
bathroom unless they tell us.
Shit.
I went 4 days without sleeping one time.
I thought you were gonna say I went 4 days without peeing one time, and I was like, John,
No, dude.
no, your bladder.
No, seriously.
Rip John's bladder.
Seriously, if you hold in your pee too long, you need to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
Honestly, because it'll like wreck your organs.
Wrecked.
You
Your
gotta
organs
pee.
are wrecked. How long can you go without pooping without it being like bad for you?
At some point, your intestines are gonna rupture and you're gonna get
I
septic
mean,
shock.
I've met people who say they only poop like once a week or something. I'm like, how do you live?
There are people that do
How do you do that? Like, don't you have to poop
I think-
really bad all the time? Like, I can't go more than a few days without having to poop.
The
I poop
longest
almost
time-
every day.
I think I've met about a week without pooping one time, but that was. I was sick.
Yeah.
Alright.
Did you poop at all at our camping trip?
I didn't.
I didn't. No, I didn't.
I didn't do
That was about 3 days.
I did.
I didn't feel like I needed to the whole time.
Yeah,
I don't know
that
why.
was a fun
It's
trip.
probably because I was fucking high out of my mind
Yeah.
the whole time.
We ate the strongest weed cookies on the planet and
I
Yeah,
had brain
lost
on.
our mind. Brad was high for at least a day and a half.
Yeah, we went on a camping trip in Wisconsin. So one of our friends owns a bunch of land there. It's just woods, and they go out camping every year.
I
was
was
fun.
like I was pretty sober
We
the
did.
whole time compared to everyone else.
We just drank and
Compared to everyone else.
Oh, yeah,
Which, is
yeah.
saying,
We
which
just-
isn't saying much, but
yeah, you got kind of drunk at one point. And we're really like.
There was one day
You
where
were super buzzed.
you looked like you were gonna die. It's like,
Well,
go
that
on.
was Brad for like 2 days.
that's because I like
Yeah, basically we went up there just to get high and shoot guns and
Tennessee
And get drunk, too.
yeah, get drunk and it was So we we just shot off a shotgun and did a bunch of weed cookies and got drunk and
and we,
Brad. So John and I tried to drop acid, but apparently our tabs were expired. So
yeah, I bought them like a year and a half ago, and I read this thing online like, yeah, I found tabs from the 70s and they work just fine. That dude was a liar because they
Full of
expired in a
shit.
year.
They didn't work. I was really disappointed. But so we just did weed cookies instead, and I guess Brad didn't know how weed cookies work because he took
How many did you eat?
3.
You ate
Ate three of them.
didn't you? You said you ate one, and then you
okay,
waited
okay.
like 45 minutes.
Here's what happened. Okay. I ate one. Oh, this tastes really good. I'm gonna have another one later. I'm not really feeling anything. This is like an hour later after eating the second one. I'm
Yeah,
not really
sure.
feeling anything. I'm gonna have a third one.
Yeah.
And then an hour after that, boom!
Yeah.
It hits me in the face.
I ate like 1.5 and was fucked up for the whole night.
Somebody ate a quarter and they were fucked up.
That was Alec ate a quarter, passed out in his tent.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That was a good trip.
It was a good time.
It was a good time.
Also, drugs. DMT is pretty crazy.
Drugs are bad. Have you done DMT, Jake?
I have not done DMT. I don't know how to get my hands on DMT.
I can hook you up, fam.
DMT. I don't. DMT. DMT is not something you do casually though. It's like, it's crazy.
John, I ate the last of those weed cookies you gave me, by the way, and I fell asleep like 2 hours later and I had like really awesome dreams.
Yeah.
They were pretty sick.
No, those weed cookies were intense. Me and Jesse both had one, and we were blasted out of our minds.
Yeah.
Brad ate 3, and he died.
He's
dead now.
He was basically like, he was sitting in a chair, like, almost comatose the entire night.
And one of our other friends, he smoked weed the entire time. By the time we got our tent set up, he was smoking weed the whole time.
Yeah.
If he was awake, he was
He
smoking
didn't
weed.
stop.
And he ate 4 cookies. He ate 4 cookies.
He ate 4 of those fucking things.
Yeah,
He was... I don't know how he's still alive.
He didn't
No,
talk.
he is living proof that you cannot OD on marijuana.
I don't think he said. He barely
So
spoke
hard.
to us after like day 1.
Yeah, I know. He's just sitting there staring at the fire the whole time.
I thought he.
I had a smoke off with him one night, and I technically won because he passed out.
Yeah.
But
And
I did not win the war.
We-
He kept that up.
We had a friend who ate a cookie, and about 45 minutes after eating it, he would just like dead-eyed stare, and then he started passing out, and then just out of nowhere he stood up, threw up on the ground, and passed out in his truck.
Yeah.
Well, plus he was
Well, he
really
was
drunk.
drinking.
Yeah, he was
a
pretty
lot.
drunk. Well, I did a couple of shots right after taking the weed cookie, and then we had done acid before, but it didn't really work. But it definitely kicked in at one point for a little while.
It did kick in a little bit. I've done acid a couple times before, and it wasn't anything like that. Not nearly as strong, but I could definitely like when you looked out at the trees. I like the depth of field looked weird.
Mm-hmm.
Like it looked like the forest was really empty.
Yeah.
It looked like there was a lot of space in between trees.
I
if that makes
remember
sense.
like we were listening to music and I was really enjoying it and like closing my eyes and like, yeah, this is great. I'm having the time of my life. And then I'd open my eyes and I'd be like, man, my backyard looks really weird. Oh shit, I'm not actually here.
Yeah.
Where the fuck am I? And then I'd be like, oh yeah, I remember now. And then I'd close my eyes again and I'd open them up and it's a whole thing happened over again. I'm like, wait, what? Where the fuck am I?
At one point, you were laughing for an hour straight. You couldn't stop giggling.
I know,
You were
dude.
like-
I was laughing so. I get really like fucking giggle. I giggle like a retard when I. So we fucking crucified Alex at one point. And I think
Oh, yeah.
that was like an hour after I did
That's-
the cookie, and I
That's
just
the best
I
thing
started laughing at that, and immediately after laughing, I was like, oh shit, I'm really fucking high. And
That was the best part of the trip for me. One of the traditions is this was the first time we went up there, but the group before us. Well, not before us. That was with us. We got into this group, and they've been doing this for years, and we just got into it. And
It's a cult.
it's a cult. It's a cult. And a tradition is to crucify this one dude, just because he's such a weird dude, and he just goes with the flow with everything. So he's easy to just manipulate.
yeah.
So they tied an actual cross together with 2 beams, and then they tied his wrists and his feet to the cross and stood him up. And oh my god, that was right when we were peaking.
Yeah.
And it was just the funniest thing ever.
My favorite thing was when he ran away with it.
Yeah.
Like,
He took his role so seriously. There was a little incline in the clearing, and he ran down, and then he came back up with it on his back, and he looked just like he was Jesus.
Well,
Like
they poured a bunch of shit all over him. Like
they poured Hennessy all over him.
Yeah, they started pouring water and Hennessy all over him and stuff. And then Nate made a Molotov cocktail at one point.
Yeah, dude.
Oh yeah.
Me and Nate wanted to make a Molotov cocktail, so I let him use some Tennessee honey in like one of my shirts.
Yeah, we used Jack Daniels, and Jake just like, we need a cloth, and so Jake just ripped off part of his shirt and gave it to him.
Yeah, and it really ripped up like tie-dye
That was
shirt.
really good.
That was a
Yeah,
great
yeah, no,
shirt.
right when we were crucifying Alex, like, so I took it like.
His name's Alec, by the way.
Yeah, Alec.
Okay.
Alec. I said Alec, didn't I?
I said Alex.
Oh, well, I meant Alec. But I took it like an hour before, so I was just kind of waiting for it to hit. And as soon as he like fell over and started running away with it, I started laughing and I came out of it and
It
it was
was-
just high out of my mind.
I was laughing, and I was laughing really hard at it, but
Yeah.
I also thought it was really fucked up.
Oh yeah, it was.
It was.
Yeah.
That's what makes it funny.
It was really.
Yeah.
The whole time I was like, this is horribly fucked up, but it's amazing.
He took his role as Jesus so seriously.
Yeah.
He has that face. He has that like Greek-looking face. I
Yeah.
mean, not Jesus wasn't Greek, but I don't know.
Well, he was also wearing like overalls and like a flannel shirt.
So fucking farmer.
Oh, I can't wait to go again next year.
Yeah.
Shit.
I hope I can come back to go. That was fun. But yeah, I don't know how you survived that. Like I was really fucking. You were trying to fight it too, which was like the bad thing.
Don't
Like
ever
you kept
fight
every
anything.
time you were telling me like, dude, I'm coming down. I can do this. I can come down. And like, no,
No,
don't.
it's
It's
not.
fun. Just ride it.
You gotta stay on the ride, dude. You can't.
It was
jump out
fun.
in the middle. You fucking.
I had to pee so much though. Like it just made me have to pee every 5
Oh, yeah.
minutes.
I just felt
And the whole every time I peed, it was like a journey. It was like a quest. Like I was determined not to pee on myself or fall over. So I would like lean up against a tree and pee, and I'd be so focused on not falling over, I couldn't figure out when I was peeing and when I wasn't until I looked down, like visual confirmation that I wasn't peeing anymore.
Everything that happened there must have been. God must have been averting his gaze that week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised nobody.
Hopefully.
I'm surprised we had no major crisis.
Oh my god. On the way up there, we stopped at Walmart and we all bought those really cheap machetes.
Yeah.
So the whole weekend we were just like chopping at trees with machetes and everybody was drunk and high.
Yeah.
I'm surprised nobody lost a finger.
Yeah, everybody had either machetes or hatchets at all times, and nobody died. It's a fucking miracle we
Jesus
survived
Christ.
that weekend.
It's because of the Hawaiian shirts. The Hawaiian
Oh,
shirts.
yeah, yeah.
Hey, we
all
all have
had-
white shirts too.
Yeah, we all bought wine shirts.
Hawaiian shirts protected us.
Most
That was great.
That was a fun trip.
Wow.
So, I think this might be the last Snastcast for a while, because everybody's going back to school. Me, Jake, and Brad already started school this week, and Jesse's going back this Saturday.
Yeah.
Grant's probably going back around that time too. And I think we're just gonna focus on school, and I mean, if we do some, we'll do some, but we're definitely not promising anything at all.
Next time all of us will be back is like winter, you know?
Yeah, winter break probably.
So.
Yeah.
So well,
We might do a winter break one. We'll see. We'll see how it works.
yeah, we got.
But I'm thinking if we got a lot of people back for the summer, we're gonna do it over the summer again.
Mhm.
But yeah.
Yeah. It's been a good run.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me.
So that's a
Bare naked.
Bare naked
They're naked ladies, yeah.
Yeah.
So they're one hit wonder.
Oh, okay. I started saying that because I thought it was toward the end, but we got some time.
What time is it?
We're about an hour in.
Oh, okay. We can keep going.
So like half hour.
But anyway,
It's
DMT is
nighttime.
DMT is
DMT.
crazy.
All right, DMT. So
DMT is crazy.
we've talked about Heck House before.
Yeah.
People had DMT at Heck House.
Yeah. So one of our friends
dumb.
told me a story about he was just at Heck House, and a lot of time people will just like pass around like weed, like a bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And this one time, so he was there, and this dude passed him a bowl, and he just assumed it was weed. But he played it safe. He was like, the dude was like, "Yeah, you want to hit off this, bro?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's just weed, right?" And he was about to hit it and light it. And he's like, "No, dude, it's DMT." And he's like, "What the fuck? I'm not just gonna smoke DMT right now."
Yeah.
Jeez.
This dude was just hanging around the party, just casually smoking DMT. If you want to reference, if you don't know what DMT is, I can't remember the chemical name for it.
It's
but
a
just
chemical that releases in your brain when you die.
yeah, before you die. Apparently, that's what it is. But so it's a hallucinogen. It's a psychedelic. It's like acid or shrooms. So on the level of intensity, lowest to highest. So it's like shrooms. Acid is a little bit above that,
Mm-hmm.
and then DMT is
It's
like
like
it's like
fucking
4 miles
of
up.
it. Fucking.
Seriously, if you
You take so shrooms. Shrooms would be like in an underground bunker. Then you take weed, that'd be like
Surface level.
ground level, and then DMT is fucking
Like
the
Mars, at least Mars.
fucking moon shit, like I just
So this is what
galaxy.
I haven't done DMT, so I don't have any personal experience, and I'm never gonna do DMT. I don't think.
That's a good idea.
But what people say, a common theme that people say is you smoke it, and then you just sit down, you stick to the couch or whatever seat you're sitting on,
and then you just
and
teleport.
you go on a magic psychedelic fucking mind fuck for it feels like years, and then you come down and it's 20 minutes later.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
There's these two girls at my school who are like, I don't know if they're friends with each other because I've never seen them together, but they're both like really into going to raves and shit, and they're really cool. I'm close friends with them. You guys met one of them when she came back here.
I can't remember her name.
But they both say they always go to raves and take Molly all the time and shit. I don't know.
I don't do Molly.
I was like, okay.
Kids are dying from drugs and they're buying
that. I don't think I can do Molly.
feeling like Iron Man. Shit is like lighting fire silently.
I don't know.
Kids trying to get.
I like stuff that you can just like chill. You can just kind of relax.
No, I'm sure Molly is a fun time.
Yeah.
I like mozzarella cheese.
It's MDMA, dude. It's totally habit forming.
Yeah.
And it's totally detrimental to your health.
Like weed is fun because you can just relax. We just have a good time, and like alcohol is the same thing. Like you can just kind of like chill and have a fun time with
The worst thing about weed is you get some tar in your lungs.
Yeah.
Not nearly as much as from cigarettes.
But you can just do edibles if you're afraid of like smoking and stuff.
Yeah, you can do edibles. You could buy a vaporizer.
Mm-hmm.
There's options.
Yeah. Yeah, like I don't smoke that much because it's just kind of like it doesn't feel good a lot of times. But like, so I usually like I'll usually do if I do want to get like really high, I'll do edibles. But I'll smoke sometimes. Like it's fine. Yeah.
I only just drink when I feel like it, which isn't
We had some
really that
fucking
often.
nasty ass vodka up there. It wasn't
Oh,
good.
yeah.
It was so bad, but I did like 4 shots of it.
I
It was,
hate liquor. Like it's fun.
It was Stolichnaya or whatever.
Yeah.
Isn't that what it's called?
think so.
Stolichnaya?
But we had like that strong arm or something. What's it
Oh
called?
yeah, strong arm cider.
Yeah, that stuff's good.
that
was really good.
And then
Isn't that Strongbow?
we had
Strongbow,
Strongbow,
yeah.
yeah. And then we had a lot of like Not Your Father's like alcoholic cream soda and stuff. So it was I drank that stuff like soda up there. Like,
And we had hams, which is piss beer.
yeah, it's basically
cheapest piss beer you could ever
well, we had
find.
hams and
favorite
like Sparrow cigarettes, like the cheapest cigarettes you can buy.
So they're not even they don't call themselves cigarettes. They call themselves cigars, but they're cigarettes.
Yeah.
And it's pipe tobacco in cigarettes. They're the nastiest but cheapest fucking cigarettes I've ever.
Yeah. You can
And
only
I don't-
buy them at like gas stations in like rural Wisconsin.
And I don't normally smoke cigarettes either,
Yeah.
but
You gotta smoke Sparrows. Like
it was a tradition there to just buy sparrows and smoke them.
Because
It
they're
tasted
shit.
like ass. It tasted so bad.
I didn't.
Pretty much just being shitty. The whole point is just being shit.
What else do we have? We had Hennessy and champagne, and
Shit.
that was kind of shitty champagne too, but
Yeah,
it was okay. I like champagne, but that was not good champagne.
Not at all.
I didn't drink a lot. I just smoked a lot.
I drank.
I drank.
You tried to like hotbox your tent, and you had like the shittiest tent in the entire world.
So we got there.
It flooded.
So we got to the campsite and it was raining. It was almost pouring.
Yeah, it was raining really hard.
Yeah, and so we started setting stuff up, and I tried to set up my huge, like 8-person tent,
Mm-hmm.
which I didn't even need to bring, because we had enough spaces and I didn't know. And so I was setting it up in the rain. I'd only set it up with my dad like one time, so I could barely remember how to put it up.
Yeah.
And when I got it up, it turns out there was like little holes in the ceiling, so it started to get flooded. Not immediately, but it was pretty. It got pretty flooded at one point, and we kind of used it as a hotbox tent for a little bit, and that was pretty fun. I hotboxed that thing.
Yeah.
But then it got wet, and I took it down. I said fuck it, and I took it down.
You guys slept in the camper, didn't you?
Yeah, I slept
Yeah.
in the camp. The camper was nice.
Yeah. I slept in a fucking hammock.
I want one of those hammocks.
They're so nice. It's euphoric to sleep in. Like that night I got high, it was like a dream sleeping in there. It felt so good.
Explain what type of hammock is.
So I have a camping hammock. I got it for my birthday like a year ago, and it's like this like, it feels like just like a vinyl like, it's a hammock that's designed to sleep in, And so you just hang it between trees, and then I have this canopy that just goes over it, and it extends just far enough like down that it covers you from rain, but the sides of it are still completely open. And then I have a bug net that I like slide over it, and it just like covers it, and there's a zipper on the side that I can get in and out. And it's like the best way to camp, like, cause you get a breeze through, and it sounds great because you hear all the nature sounds. And
You don't have to set up a fucking tent.
yeah, you don't have to set up a fucking tent. You just tie it between two trees, and you don't even have to do that. Like the one I have, you just throw these straps around and like hook it with a carabiner, and your tent is up. And then you slide a bug net over it, and it's done. And like the hardest thing to set up is the canopy, but even that, you just tie it between two trees and stake it down in like a couple of places. It was awesome. Like even when it was like raining and like really windy and stuff, it works great. I like it a lot. You just throw like a sleeping bag in there, and it's great. So I felt like the rugged mountain man of the group because you guys were all sleeping in giant ass tents and campers and shit. You guys thought I was gonna die in there. Like every night, you guys were like, "Okay, this is the last time we see Jesse because he's gonna get eaten by a fucking cougar or something." That night it was storming. I was really excited. I thought we were gonna get like a huge thunderstorm, and then like I was gonna be sleeping in this giant storm in my camping hammock. I thought that was gonna be cool, but it didn't rain.
No, yeah, except for the day we got there, it was perfect weather.
We looked at the weather
days.
forecast when we got there, and it was like every day it's gonna rain. We're like,
Yeah.
oh fuck! Like, what are we gonna do? Like, we're gonna have to go home early or something. And then every day was perfect.
Yeah, except the day we got there.
Yeah, so it was good. It was a fun time. Go camping, kids. It's good for you. Bring lots of drugs because sober camping is not fun.
No, it's great to just disconnect from society and just go wild.
Yeah, I didn't have my phone. I didn't look at a screen like all week.
Me either.
Like it was a total digital detox just to get high and be delinquent.
Yeah.
It was also like right after I turned 20. I'm 20 years old.
You're
now.
20 years old.
Yeah, I'm 20.
Jesus Christ.
It was like
Get out of here, you old man.
It was like right before my birthday, so I was just sending off my teens with a bang, just getting high out of my mind and being a delinquent, shooting shotguns at like a bunch of. We bought like emoji pillows and like Duck Dynasty stuffed animals and just shot them with a shotgun.
Yeah, we shot them apart with a shotgun. we made sure we were all sober though.
Yeah. That was cool though.
We did have. So one of our friends is Muslim, so he can't get intoxicated in any way. Mm-hmm. I think he was really useful.
Yeah. He kept an eye on us.
To be a voice of reason.
I also brought a bag of Sour Patch Kids, which everybody fucking devoured instantly because you already had the munchies out of your mind. Mm-hmm. I bought like a 2-pound bag of Sour Patch Kids, and I was like, man, this is gonna be great when I high. And I'm like, dude, pass me the Sour Patch Kids. And Luke had eaten all of them.
It was so satisfying to make food for me. Because you just stick a corn cob on a fucking stick and you cook it in the fire and eat it.
Or we had like those metal like pie maker things, and we made like meat pies, and I made like fucking s'more pie. Like when I was high, the only thing I was thinking about was like, man, as soon as I get hungry, I'm making a s'more pie. Like this is gonna be the best day of my life. S'more pie. It was so good. It was literally just like bread with marshmallow and chocolate inside of it, and then just melted. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was good. It was a good time. It felt really weird coming back to society. Like we went to Subway on the way back, and I just like it felt really strange underneath fluorescent lighting and like getting food that wasn't prepared over a fire. Yeah.
It lasted long enough though.
Yeah.
By the time we were leaving, I was like, I'm ready to go home.
Yeah. Everybody was getting tired and hungover, so. It was time to go.
That was our exciting camping trip, and it was exciting.
Camping trip? That's probably why we didn't have a podcast that week. Or did we? I don't remember.
I don't remember.
I don't remember when we do these things.
I don't know.
We just do them.
We do them, and we have fun.
We royally fucked up our last week's podcast, but
that's okay.
We'll see how that goes.
Because we have the biggest hearts and the strongest farts.
What?
The biggest hearts and the strongest farts.
Oh, okay. It's good to know.
The biggest hearts and the strongest farts.
Yeah,
There's a guy at my work he goes on InfoWars all the time, and he's kind of a conspiracy theorist, but he's not too bad.
Is he the guy who told you should listen to Five Finger Death Punch?
Yeah,
like that?
And he's like, 60 years old or something like that. And he told me a few days ago, apparently somebody was shot and killed trying to break into Trump Tower and kill Donald Trump. And I don't even know if that part's true. But then the other part of it was apparently he was an undercover FBI agent. It's like, what the fuck?
Well, there was that video of that guy who like scaled Trump Tower with like suction cups.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe that was him. Maybe they shot him.
No, that wasn't him. He was like shot in the lobby.
I was waiting for them to
Trump
just
Tower.
I was waiting for them to just like shoot him off the building. Like to just get fed up and just get a guy with a rifle and just shoot him. That would have been rad as hell. That would have also been sad.
Yeah, I like how everybody kind of forgot about that immediately.
Then he
Almost.
climbed up the building.
Yeah.
Well, it didn't really do anything. He just climbed for a little while. Got
I know.
a couple stories up and then they got caught. It would have been cool if he like climbed up all the way to the top.
Can you just buy one of those suction cup machines?
I think so.
I wonder how much that is.
Maybe from like a surplus store or something.
We have a surplus of suction cup climbing gear.
Yeah. Yeah. Isn't there a surplus store by like the DMV?
I don't know. Is there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Fleet and Surplus or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I've been there a couple times. I think we bought a fridge from there.
God, these dumb fucking Facebook pages. There's one just called What Guys Like, and it's dumb shit. Like,
Guys, lad Bibles.
It's just-
for lad.
Oh,
that's not even a good butt.
what guys like? It's an image of a girl in jeans bending over. Wow.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
it says that ass. Wow.
I
Yep,
literally-
she sure has a butt.
I literally jizzed my pants.
Yeah. No. Anytime I see a woman, because they're objects,
Yeah.
I just come like instantly.
Instantly.
If I see a woman in real life, whoa boy, hold me back.
Oh buddy.
I didn't mean that as sexual slur. I mean I'm gonna come on my pants. That's why I
Which
always
is
carry.
definitely not sexual. Then.
I always carry another pair of pants with me.
Another one.
Because women are objects, you can buy them like a car.
If your car is fast enough, all the women will want you.
Mm-hmm. Not the Japanese women though, because they're not important.
Yeah, they speak.
Western
they don't
audiences don't want to see
Speak,
that.
they don't speak English, so.
Western
doesn't
audiences don't want to see races mixing. That's not good. That's not good.
No Man's Sky's player count has already dropped 88%.
Yep. No, last time I saw it said 90.
Really?
I heard the sales just like fucking dropped like a rock too the second week.
No Man's Sky was just, it's a disappointment.
Yeah, I mean technically, we were talking about this earlier.
I knew it was
On
going
a
to be disappointing.
on a technically wise, like the tech they made and like
Yeah.
what they accomplished with
It's
an 11-man
impressive.
team is fucking amazing.
It's impressive, yeah.
But it's not fun. It's not fun at all.
Yeah, you can't just have procedurally generated worlds and then nothing to do in them.
Yeah. Like
Except
the survival
collect,
is just,
collect
the
minerals.
survival is just like tedious and the
Yeah.
combat is bad and it's just not fun. You can't make a game that's just like technically amazing and not fun at all.
Yeah.
Like that's the first thing we
I
learn
mean-
at that's the first thing we learn at like our game design school is like
I
if
mean,
you make a game that's just this amazing technical marvel, who cares if nobody's gonna care if it's not fun.
If the game was released for like $10, it'd be a lot more fair.
Yeah,
But full game price for that?
yeah.
No.
It just feels unfinished and
Yeah.
I mean they lied about multiplayer and free DLC and
They lied about a bunch of stuff.
yeah.
And they misled. And it's just
They just kind of stoked the hype to a degree that they could never meet.
yeah, they had too small of a team.
Yeah.
They really could have like done a partnership with a big company to help them out, you know.
Mm-hmm. I think they also announced it way too early, so people were just anxious for it and
Too
just
hyped.
wanted
And
it.
they got too pressured to release it.
Yeah. I mean, it was like one of the biggest launches on the PlayStation 4 ever, but it just,
Yeah.
I mean, I think it was just behind Uncharted 4, but I mean, Uncharted 4 is still getting sales, like, because it's fun. It's a fun game. Like that's all you gotta.
And because it's a reliable franchise.
Yeah.
People know what to expect with it.
Yeah, yeah. That's it.
Yeah, but it'd be really cool to see like a No Man's Sky mod for Minecraft. I think it would work for Minecraft because Minecraft actually has stuff you can do,
Mhm.
you know. And I could see, and it's already procedurally generated.
like a space, like you could go into space and fly around and stuff in Minecraft.
Well, there
Basically,
is-
just adding like space in Minecraft.
There is a
Yeah.
mod like that.
There is
Yeah.
where you can go into space or where you can go to other
You
planets.
can go into space and different planets.
I still
Really?
think we should make like a new Minecraft server because Minecraft gets really boring unless you
Maybe
play
we'll-
on a good server that you can just like
Yeah.
fuck around with and build
I
stuff.
don't know. I keep occasionally going back to Minecraft, being like, okay, I'll see what I can do, and
Yeah.
I just get. I get overwhelmed and bored at the same time. It's
Yeah.
weird because they've added so much stuff since the last time I played, and I just never know what to do really.
I like the only time I've really had just a lot of genuine fun with it is when we had a good server with all our friends and we like could just make like cool villages and mine shit and just like every once in a while a friend would come on and you'd play with them and we'd work on big projects together and stuff and like we had just so much random shit happen that just made it a great experience. Like we spent weeks building this huge like village at the height limit in the sky. We built it all out of wood and built all these platforms between it. And we did it because BioShock Infinite was finally coming out. And so we built Columbia to like celebrate BioShock Infinite coming out. And then Joe called me in the middle of the night one night and told me like screaming, he's like, you have to get on the server right now. I need your help. And I didn't even ask why. I just got on. And as soon as I logged in, the entire village was on fire. He had accidentally he tried to put a fireplace in his room. And then I guess he didn't know that in one of the later updates, fire could now jump blocks and start blocks on fire, and he didn't put anything to block it. So he started a fire in his apartment, and he went to go do other stuff. And I guess he went to eat dinner, and when he logged back in, like his house was gone, and there was just fire everywhere, and it had spread because all of the walkways and connections were wood, so it just spread everywhere, and we couldn't salvage it. We just let it burn.
Jesse, what did you think of BioShock Infinite?
I thought it was pretty good. It's definitely not as good as BioShock 1, but I mean it's fun. It's
a fun game. Yeah. I mean, it's a small nitpick, but I hate how when you choose between the bird and the cage necklace for what's her name? Elizabeth, it doesn't do anything. Yeah. It's just an aesthetic change. I think they really could have done something clever with that. Like if you pick the cage, then at the end, like you could put a twist on it too, but at the end you have to like cage her away from the world and keep her in captivity. If you choose the bird, then you set her free or whatever.
That would have been really, really like on the nose though.
I know, but that's just the basis of it, you know. Something like that, like an end payoff for something like that.
Yeah.
A lot of small choices like that, like whether to point your gun at the bank teller was one or something.
Yeah, whether to like give him money or something like that, and he like stabs you in the hand, but it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Like that would have been cool if he stabbed you in the hand, it was like harder to aim your gun or something.
Obviously, it's not game breaking at all, but I just felt like that moment would have been really cool if it had a big payoff to it, you know?
Yeah, there's a lot of moments in that game, and like it definitely gameplay wise, it's not as fun, and like a lot of pretty much all of
the two weapon system is trash.
The vigor, like the vigors are basically like normal version and then trapped version that you lay down. Like the only one I really used was the one to take over like turrets and stuff. But like I thought it was fun. It was a fun game, and I played through it, and I was like, that was a fun experience. I'm probably not gonna play it again for a long time, and I'm probably gonna play it again now that the BioShock Infinite like HD collection is coming out.
Oh really?
Because I really want to play the first one again, but I don't feel like playing it on my Xbox, like finding a copy and playing it on my Xbox.
I played BioShock 1 recently. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a really good game. BioShock, I want to play.
It's really scary at some points.
I want to play BioShock 2 again because I remember really liking the gameplay of it, and I remember not hating it as much as everybody else seemed to.
Yeah, I didn't hate it. I just couldn't make it through it. It didn't keep my attention.
I think game
start tonight.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you have BioShock 2 over there.
Yeah, like I think gameplay wise it improved like almost every problem the first game had. But I think the best part was that you could use vigor, or you could use Atom, or like the powers. I don't know what they're called, Eve or Atom or something. Atom. Yeah. You could use Atom and a gun at the same time.
Yeah,
that was a really cool, good improvement.
Because you can use bees and
you can use bees and guns.
Bees and shoot.
Bees and shoot.
Bees and shoot.
You got your bees. You got your bees in your right and your gun in your left.
Yep.
Shit.
I remember liking little details about that game too. Like when you upgraded your weapon, it like physically puts some sort of like piece on your weapon.
Oh yeah.
They do that in Doom. In the new Doom also. Like I recently got this mod for the minigun in Doom that turns it basically when you hold down one of the triggers, it like splits the barrel into like 3 separate barrels and fires like 5 times as many bullets per second. It's like it's absurd. It rips through enemies so fast.
I want more games with just like absurd fucking weapons.
Yeah. Doom's a really good one. Like they have this like gauze cannon that's just whips through enemies. And there's this one fight. Yeah, the BFG, and there's this one firing type for the Gauss rifle where it's called siege mode, and you have to stand still. Like your character can't move while you're firing it, and you have to wait for it to charge up, but it just rips through enemies.
It's crazy.
I want a game that. It seems like whenever a game has ridiculous weapons, it also has a ridiculous story.
Yeah.
Like ridiculous gameplay is ridiculous story. And whenever a game has serious story, it has serious.
Well,
gameplay.
Doom has a pretty kind of serious story.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I want more games that have it doesn't have to be a serious story, but a story you can actually get engaged with.
Yeah.
And then have really crazy gameplay too.
It's like
you could do a serious story and have crazy gameplay.
Like with Saints Row, just everything is crazy about it.
Yeah, and that's the thing about Saints Row.
Yeah.
There's no balance on it. It's just
to a
like
point.
we're gonna be wacky with every element.
It's
Yeah.
like
It would have been cool if Saints Row was trying to do a GTA story, just kind of like Mafia kind of thing maybe.
Yeah.
But then they had crazy gameplay with it too.
Yeah.
I think
Well, that's what
would
it
make
started
more
out
fun.
at. That's what it kind of started
Yeah,
out
that's what
at.
it started out
Like
at.
Saints Row 2 is
It
kind of
did.
like that.
But then they
Yeah.
were like, oh, people like how it's crazy. And
Now we're just going to make you the president and give you superpowers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in Saints Row 2,
This-
it never really got too crazy, honestly.
Yeah.
There was some weird stuff.
I
you
remember
could do.
turning on all the cheats that like make all the pedestrian or all the cars like evil, like
That's another thing.
evil traffic and like raining pedestrians and stuff
That's
like
another
that.
thing. More games should have cheat codes.
Yeah.
I don't know why cheat codes stopped.
Yeah.
Is it just because the novelty of a cheat code was like a word of mouth thing because the internet wasn't too popular?
Maybe.
More games should have like humor to them too, like Saints Row. Like take themselves like less seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
I
don't.
think all games kind of do that.
Why did games get rid of cheat codes? I mean, why not put them in?
I think a lot of it is a focus. There's a lot of games are a lot more focused now on like 100% completionist style things where you get all the collectibles and you get all the trophies and stuff. Like,
but then that's
trophies and achievements are such a huge deal right now that it's just hard.
But it's an easy workaround to just disable achievements and stuff like that when you do a cheat code.
That's what often happens.
Well, there can
especially
there's
in
like
Steam games.
cheat codes and stuff that don't really change like
Or-
how easy it is to do stuff in the game in games.
Or another thing you could do.
Like with Batman, like
yeah.
there were cheat codes and shit that they didn't like make you any better or anything.
One
It was just,
one thing I kind of liked about
fun.
some games some games are kind of coming back with it. Like the new Uncharted game, you can play in ASCII text.
Oh,
Yeah.
Graphics are like it'll do a kind of simulate an 8-bit style graphics, and it'll do like really really bit crush sounds and stuff.
That's cool.
And you can play in like Rainbow Funland where it just turns all the textures into just rainbow colors and stuff. And like
I think another part about cheat codes is they can be exploited to crash the game. I guess.
yeah.
That might be like the technical side.
Also, online
But-
games, cheat codes will just break it. Like
Well, yeah.
it has
You
to be
can't
like
really do
it has to
that.
be like single player games.
Yeah.
And
But-
everything kind of revolves around multiplayer or a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true too.
Like,
But you can make the
half
single player
of
have cheat codes.
yeah,
Mhm.
you can.
But
just,
the only workaround you'd need, first of all, you don't even necessarily need to give a shit about whether the players qualify to get your achievements or not. Honestly.
yeah.
I mean, it's just a electronic bragging right.
Well,
Mhm.
you
But-
could have something where
but-
they have to have cheat codes.
you could
afterward.
just say like. It's put some information in the game about telling you that if you do a cheat code, you could fuck up your game.
Mhm.
I mean, you can take that risk and have fun. Do whatever you want. It's your game. You bought the game. Go play it. Have fun. You know.
Yeah.
Do what you want with it.
Yeah.
I just wish the developers would trust players a little bit more.
Mhm. Well, I think
And
I
they,
think
and they are
mod-
starting to come around.
I think modding is like a good example of this. Like especially like Fallout is just made so much better with modding.
Yeah.
Like that's one thing. That's probably the biggest reason for me personally why a lot of PC games are really attractive to me. Even though I'm mostly a console gamer.
Uh-huh.
Like I have the ability to play both, and usually I'll play on a console just because that's what I'm used to and that's what I seem to be and have the most fun with. But like mods are just such a cool like concept, and just there's so much stuff you can do to make a game completely different and just make it so much more fun and just adjust it to whatever you want. And that's such a cool concept and idea. And I think Fallout is such a better game for it that you can just mod, and you can mod anything about that game.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. Video games they're definitely they're so much different than when we started.
Yeah.
Like the first game I ever played was Mario Kart 64.
Yeah, that's probably true for me too.
Because my brother bought an N64 when I was like 2 or something like that, and I played
played
the
that game.
shit out of that.
Me and my sister like always yelled at each other and hated each other.
Yeah.
But we could sit down and play Mario Kart 64 for hours.
Yeah.
I think
It's just it's one of the most accessible games ever.
Yeah, and I got a PS2 like the day it came out. Like my brother and my dad and I all stood in line at Best Buy to get PS2 like the day it came out, and like I still have that PS2 like 16 years later, and it still runs perfectly.
That's kind of an anomaly.
PS2?
Yeah.
Those things are
They're
built
pretty
like
durable.
they're built like fucking bricks, dude. They can run forever. Especially like the original PS2 design. It's a fucking brick. I've dropped that thing off counters and like for the longest time I didn't realize that you should push the power button to let it like power down slowly. I always just hit the full like turn off the power supply in the back, and it's fine. It runs perfectly fine.
it seems like a lot of the older consoles are kind of like
They're just,
bricks.
They're just
Mm-hmm.
durable.
Just really
Like the original Xbox. I knew someone that threw that out of their window and then they plugged it back in and it worked.
Yeah.
That thing is just way too big though.
I think it's because the hardware was just a lot bigger and
Yeah.
just more durable, and because everything is so small now and so like finite and
Yeah.
precise, it's just hard to.
Because in
make
order
it
to
that
have
durable.
like greater power and same size or smaller,
You gotta make
have
everything
to-
smaller and more delicate.
Things are gonna be more delicate
Yeah.
and like more susceptible to falling out of windows.
Yeah, my Xbox 360 is just like falling apart. It's like
Yeah.
150 years old in technology years at this point.
Dude, my controller I got with my Xbox, the analog sticks. So I started with the left one.
Yeah.
It would just get stuck slightly up,
Yeah.
and it would be affecting the game.
Mhm.
And then now it's happening to the right stick too. And now I feel like my analog sticks are gonna break off or something.
Yeah. Yeah, because I bought the Xbox 360 I have right now from you in like middle school. And it's like an original model Xbox 360, and I still have it, and I still run it, and like I have to duct tape the power cord onto it because otherwise it'll disconnect itself, and like the disk drive, like the button on the front barely works. So it's a trooper. It's still chugging along. Still play Skate 2 on it. And yeah.
Well, I think we're gonna be wrapping it up now.
Yeah. We want to go play some Magic.
So
Play some Magic the Gathering. Like fucking nerds.
we'll see you next time. Don't expect too much until summer rolls around.
Yeah.
Really.
We'll do what we can, but it's gonna be tough with us all at school.
There might be a few.
Yeah.
This is a very much just a fun thing we kind of just wanted to do. Just so.
Yeah.
We don't make any revenue. We don't have anything coming out of this. This is all just us being like, hey, let's have some fun with the podcast.
I'm actually losing $15 a month to keep this up. So
Don't rip.
yeah. Because you gotta get fucking SoundCloud's ultimate exclusive package to get unlimited data storage. If you get the other option, which is a level below, the pro membership or whatever, you only get like fucking 6 hours or I don't know.
Didn't you say
Something
like
that.
so our SoundCloud like ran out at one point, and we couldn't even put one podcast up.
No,
Basically.
it wouldn't let you upload it all without buying into the membership again.
Yeah.
I mean, what it does is when your membership runs out,
It
It
hides
hides-
all the tracks.
it hides all the tracks that, except the most recent ones, to keep it within the time limit.
Yeah.
And I mean, you'd think you could just upload another one and then it would just push another one that's up back into hiding.
Yeah.
But no, you gotta buy the fucking pro membership again and to upload. It's
Mhm.
fucking highway robbery. Fuck you, SoundCloud.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, fuck SoundCloud.
Was our stuff still up on iTunes when we for our break? Like on SoundCloud right now?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Well, I think pretty sure.
I want to back up our episodes on YouTube.
Okay.
And one of you guys should help me out because my video editor doesn't work anymore.
All right. Yeah. So keep an eye out for YouTube. We'll probably
We'll upload them all on YouTube. Don't worry about it.
We'll try to get it the same name if it's available.
It is. I already have.
Okay.
I already have an account.
Okay. So it'll still be Snastcast. Yeah. We'll just put we'll try to put all our videos with the accompanying images on YouTube and
on ScrewTube.
on ScrewTube.
So until next time, This is the Snastcast. Signing off.
Say it.
Bye.
Bye.
Wait, we gotta sing a song to sign off.
We are real Americans.
How do you? What are the lyrics to My Heart Will Go On? I can't even remember.
Harambe is our God.
Takes out for Harambe.
Oh Lord, please save us from the rapture.
I heard there was a secret chord. Gonna come in your fucking pussy. An orgasm all over your uterus.
There's a part where they talk about getting tied to a chair and stuff like that too.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna put you in bondage and fuck your mouth.
I'm gonna
scoop out your eyeball and
and,
fuck your skull.
I'm gonna
He
get
talks
some
about, he talks
tight
about seeing
leather.
her like taking a bath on the roof.
I'm gonna get some tight leather
It's sex.
clothing with spikes and
Alright.
shit.
Yeah, dude.
Have sex with your mouth.
Alright, bye.
Okay, bye.